to my channel. So today I'm going to be ranking all of the eyeshadow palettes that I went into in the month of November. There are 3 here that I already have in projects and I talk about them every single month. So I'm not actually going to rank those because I think they're a little bit boring to rank. But everything else I've either pulled from my Shop My Stash or just pulled randomly because I wanted to use the palette. I have ranked them. So yeah, I started doing this earlier this year and it's been a lot of fun. I'm ranking it just from obviously least favorite to most favorite, and it's mostly of my enjoyment of it for the month of November, not necessarily my overall love of the palette, if that makes sense. Because there's certainly palettes here where I really do like, but I've ranked them maybe potentially a little bit lower than I have in the past because I haven't had, you know, that amazing experience with them this last month. Okay? So let's get started. I'll just go through the 3 that I'm not going to be ranking because, as you know, they've been around a while. So I've got my Gloss Gods What's Your Power palette. This is currently in my Project Level Up Level 5 palette. So I've been speaking about it a lot. Also, don't look at my nails because they are really ragged and horrible and I was meant to do them, but I forgot to do them. So this one I'm not going to be ranking. I have been obviously dipping into it. I have some new pans, but it is one that generally I'm just getting a little bit sick of. So if I continue to rank it, I'm always going to rank it lower than I necessarily feel like it deserves to be. It's just because my overall feelings towards it is I'm bored of you. I'm bored of you, go away. Same for my Urban Decay Stoned Vibes, my Pan That palette for the year. Honestly, I have not been going into this very much at all. So I think my last update will be pretty minimal, which will be coming up very soon this month. Obviously, I will have a new Pan That palette for 2025 and I'm very excited to start that. But yeah, this one, I just haven't been going into it that much. This is what it looks like right now. There's nothing really to spoil. Oh, maybe there is a spoiler. Okay, hold on. There was a spoiler. Oops. Wait, did I speak about that in my... I did not speak about that in my recent beauty bank. Okay, there was a spoiler. Anyway, regardless, I mean, it's not that I don't like this palette. I just don't really want to rank it amongst all these other ones because I'm so bored of it. And another one is my Earthly from Beauty Bay. This is my Pan That palette in order palette. And I've kind of started doing a Pan That palette cubed or squared or Minesweeper, as some people have suggested. But yeah, I don't want to rank this one either because it seems silly because I'm not going into it that much. I think Beauty Bay formula is beautiful. So if I had to rank it on formula, it would be pretty high. But just my overall experience with it lately has been pretty low. So I just don't feel like ranking it. I feel so low down. I don't know what it is. My back is hurting a little bit. So that might be it. Okay, so let's start. This one actually is... in my Project Level Up. It's my new level 1, but I've just rolled that in recently, the last sort of week or so. So I feel like I can rank this and it's the lowest of them all because generally I'm just not a huge fan of Sigma formula. I've always wanted to buy more from them, but I've always tried to remind myself, hold on a minute, you have the Corta Rosa, you don't like the formula, don't buy it. They have such stunning, stunning palettes and I've been so close, even like this last Black Friday weekend, I've been so close to buying some more because obviously, you know, some of them are discounted and whatnot. And I did buy quite a lot this weekend though, so I feel my bank account is not very happy with me at the moment. So yeah, this one I'm ranking low. This is my Project Level 1 and I've gone into quite a few shades actually already, not to spoil you, but I haven't hit any of the pan that I need to hit. But yeah, I think it's just a so-so palette in terms of the formula. I love the color story, that's why I got it. But the formula has just always been so-so. Okay, and then I have my NARS Stargaze palette here. This one I pulled for, I think I Shop My Stash or potentially not. I'm not entirely sure. I think I just pulled it random because I hadn't used it in a while. And it's quite dark, but it is quite a pretty color story. And I got it like 2 Christmases ago. It was their holiday collection 2 Christmases ago. So I thought, well, if I'm going to use it, I might as well try to use it a little bit. And honestly, I feel like this one just kind of let me down. The look that I did, I went into like the brown, so it wasn't like a very interesting look. It was actually kind of similar to this look today, although this is a completely different palette. And I felt that the formula wasn't really that great. I've never had an issue with NARS formula because I do have the Afterglow palette and I've always enjoyed that. And obviously I have this palette, but I don't know, there's just something about it where I didn't think it looked that pretty on the lids. So I'm going to rank it here because overall my feelings towards it this month weren't that great. Okay, and then we have the Colourpop Aurora Struck. So I've been trying to use this a little bit more because obviously it's quite a huge palette and I really haven't put much time and use into it. Again, I don't remember why I pulled this. It might be for my 7 days, 7 looks. I am currently filming a 7 days, 7 looks, and I don't know which day I'm on at the moment because obviously I'm not doing it in order. So I might have done a look. Oh yeah, I did. I think I did a look. I think I went into like some of the blues for that. So you'll just have to wait and see what that looks like because I do not recall. I have not edited that video. I don't even know how it looks, but I thought actually the pigmentation was really nice in some of these shades. I think overall though, when I bought this palette, I don't know what I was thinking. There's just too many shades in here that are just too cool tone and too dark. Like all of these last two, like these last 2 rows, honestly, they're full of like really dark shimmers, really dark mattes. The dark mattes I can potentially use once in a while, obviously, because I do deepen out my outer corner, but dark shimmers, I just don't like using all that much unless I'm going for like an ultra vampy look, and I don't really do those that often. So I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. I think I was just struck by the beauty. But then in reality, like using this palette, it's just not my everyday. It's not a palette that I want to go into all the time. But I've always said that I had an issue with the formula and the quality. Having said that, the shades that I did go into this last month were fine and they performed fine. So I actually didn't have any issues with the formula. So maybe that's a lie and maybe it's just the color story. Okay, next up we have this one. I think this one I just got a little bit tired of. So this is the Color of Rain from Gloss Gods. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I did a 3 looks 1 palette with it. And the 3rd look I did right at the beginning of November. So that's why I'm ranking it. And, you know, it was fine. I just think that at the time I wanted to do a look that was a little bit more like different from the other 2. And I felt like my 3rd look looked quite the same as my 1st look. So in reality, this is not a very versatile palette, but obviously what do you expect? It's quite a bluey purple palette, so you get what you get. The shimmers are absolutely stunning. I love their all shimmer palettes, but obviously you do get the black as well, and you can layer the shimmer on top of the black and make it a little bit more interesting because some of them are not as opaque as others, so obviously the black helps as a base. But yeah, I think this is a beautiful palette, and I do think they still have it on their website. I don't know. But it's, for me, this month, I just obviously just went into it the once for the beginning of the month, and I was just like, I wanted something different for my look. Okay, next up we have this one. This is the Cosmic Brushes, or are they Cosmic Beauty? I think they're Cosmic Beauty now. And this is the Muse palette. So I did actually go into this one this month, though I do not remember what I did. I don't remember at all what I did. I think I went into the browns. I think I went into Haze, Rosewood. I think I definitely went into Antique or Ambient. I don't think I went into any of the colors necessarily. So I think it was a beautiful look. I really enjoyed it. I think the formula of Cosmic Brushes or Cosmic Beauty is absolutely stunning. But yeah, I don't actually remember what I did with this palette, but I'm going to rank it here because I remember not having a bad experience about it. So that's fine. Okay, next up we have Ensley Rain, the Flower Moon palette. I didn't go into too much, but I did go into some shades this last month, so obviously I'm able to rank it. So for these rankings, if you're not familiar, as long as I've gone into 2 or more shades in the palette, then I'm able to rank it. Obviously I have my Pan Those Eyeshadows palettes that I go into every month, but it's really rare that I would go into more shades in that in that palette. And I don't think this month I went into any of the other ones. I just go into the one shade. So obviously I can't rank them. But yeah, this was really fun to go into. I think I went into the shimmers. I think I went into either Pink Moon or Persephone. Oh gosh, I'm saying that wrong. I think I went in, some of the purples and pinks. I didn't do a full look. It was more like I went into this just for a couple of shades and that was it, to use in conjunction with another palette that I was going into. But I can't deny the formula. It is absolutely stunning. And I've said it before, this is a palette that I'm really, really excited about going into more for the spring. It's just not the vibe that I'm going for right now. I might sound a bit sick. I don't know if I am sick. I've had like a head cold in a way, but I don't actually feel like I have a cold, but my ears are completely blocked and I don't know how I sound at all. So I might sound a bit odd. I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit sick, but then at the same time, I feel like I'm not sick. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Okay, the next one is this one. This is the Lethal Cosmetics Avatar The Last Airbender. This is the fire one. So it's more of that neutral brown with the red. And I went into this. This was actually my favorite out of the 4 when I initially tried them all. I still think this is really, really stunning and really rich in color, and the formula is amazing. I'm ranking it here. So where are we? This is 5th. We only have 5 left, so this is the 5th one. And so it's pretty up there. It's pretty high up there. I really, really enjoyed it. I actually just went into this a few days ago. And I think I still haven't, no, I've gone into all of the shades. Yeah, I think it's a gorgeous palette. I think also they still have these on the website, so they still have some stock of them. Okay, next up we've got Gal on Venus from Gloss Gods. This one, sadly, I don't see on their website anymore, so it looks like they finally have gone out of their stock, which is such a shame because it's so fun, this palette. Obviously, if you're not into reds and warm tones and oranges, it is not the palette for you. As you can see, I like cool tones and warm tones, and I just flip between them depending on my mood. I think that's just ultimately, I am a mood maker. I'm a mood makeup maker. Is that a thing? Well, we'll just make it a thing. I am a mood makeup wearer. There you go. So this one, I actually went into last week. I actually was going to film a video with it, and then I ended up not doing that. But this one, I went into quite a few of the shades. It was just like a 1 palette done. Oh, actually, I think I might have filmed it for my 7 palettes. So I think that's in there. Not that this needs to be shown anymore, because I have done a 3 looks 1 palette with this, but I don't know. I just really felt like going into this palette, and I think the formula is amazing. And it's a shame that they don't have this. I still wanted to get the Gal on Mars one, and it's always out of stock, but they have not removed it from the website. So I'm curious if it's ever going to come back. I'm curious, because if it does, I desperately want to try it because it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. I kind of just want all of them. I'm like a collector at the moment. Send help, send help. Okay. Then I also went into this one. This is the All Hallows Eve Hocus Pocus 2 palette from Colourpop. And this one, I actually think I was pretty boring, and I went into just the browns. I think I just went into the browns on this one. Yeah, I think the browns and then also the silver up here. So I think these 3 and then also this one. I don't think I went into anything else, but I still enjoyed it. And I've always really loved the formula of this. And regardless of the packaging and that it's supposed to be for Halloween, I think this can be used all year round. I just love the color story. I just think it's really, really versatile. And there's cool tone and warm tone. Maybe that's why I like it too. There's a mix of all of them. So anyway, I went into this one, really enjoyed it. So it's my number 3 for the month. See, I like Colourpop. I do like Colourpop. Okay, next up we have this one. This is from Glam Shop. So I'm actually going to be doing a full face of Glam Shop because I did just buy some stuff from them last night. So if you're interested in that, it doesn't matter if you are or not, but I've gone ahead and I did it. So I will be having some more items come in from Glam Shop because I've tried their eyeshadow before, but I haven't tried anything else. So I wanted to do like a full face. And I got a message from someone recently just saying, you know, their eyeshadow is not even the best. They're like great for everything else. So I was like, okay, fine, let me do a full face. Twist my arm, why don't you? So yeah, I mean, obviously it was Black Friday weekend, so it was a massive sale across everywhere. And I just thought, you know what? Why not? Okay, so anyway, back to this one. I really, really love this palette. I think it's so underrated. I don't think they have it on the website anymore, sadly. If they do, I would recommend getting it. It is this one. I know I've said this wrong, so I'm not going to attempt to try and say it again. But yeah, I went into the neutrals, and then obviously you have some special shades in here too. So it's my second best favorite palette of the month, and as boring as it might look, it actually is not. It's like a neutral with a twist. So I really, really love this one. Okay, and then my favorite palette for the month is actually this one, which I've been alluding to for several videos now, but I've just been really enjoying the formula of this. This is Glaminatrix and is the Rich Romantic palette. I just think this is beautiful. And the first time I went into it, I just didn't really talk about it too much in that video because I was talking about other stuff and it didn't really get the, like, it wasn't highlighted enough. And I didn't really kind of respond to it in a way that I feel like now I'm able to, because I've gone into it again. I've actually done 3 looks now with this palette and I just really, really enjoy it. I really enjoy the different tones of the shades, and they all kind of, there's a lot of special shades where they have little duochromes and multi-chromes where they look like one color but they're not. And then also you have these browns over here, which I did finally go into this weekend and I really, really enjoyed them and I thought they were very beautiful. The only ones that I really haven't done are the peachy tones yet for like a look, but that's just because I'm not really into the peachy tone colors at the moment, just in terms of color story, but I pretty much used all of the other shades now and I really, really enjoy this. I think the formula is beautiful, and so I'd really like to try more from Glaminatrix, but I have to wait for the right color story because I'm not super keen on the recent ones that they've released, but this one is really stunning. All right, that is my ranking for all of the palettes that I used in November. What are your thoughts? Do you like any of these? Do you have any of them? Do you hate any of them? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.